Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Bitboy comments on SEC, quote, emergency settlement, unquote, of Ripple suit. Okay guys, let's get into it. So, I think you guys have probably been aware of this, but obviously Gary Gensler has now officially put in his resignation. He will resign, I think it's either the 20th or the 25th when Trump gets inaugurated. And so, look, obviously we can see that the crypto market has rejoiced, especially XRP. There's been huge price action off at the back of this. And one of the main reasons about this is obviously because there's the whole Ripple lawsuit going on under the regime of Gary Gensler, right? And so there's been a lot of talks now about the lawsuit being dismissed or settled. And I was one of these people who said that. I agree. I absolutely agree, because at the end of the day, if Trump wants to have a pro-crypto, regime, a pro-crypto hub for America, this whole legal enforcement action over crypto, it's not good, right? It's got to end. And at the end of the day, I do think that if you are someone who wants to try and, put a positive light on crypto now and start being, more accepting of crypto and embracing crypto, the first thing that you want to do is all these lawsuits that are going on with these exchanges, these crypto companies, etc., you want to just drop them or just settle them, right? You want to just start looking at how you can just get these over and done with, not trying to make it vague anymore, actually start putting in clear rules of regulations that companies can follow. Because this is the thing, right? I think a lot of people who don't really understand crypto and stuff, they think that when, people have been talking about how the SEC have been, like, they think that we've just been saying, hey, we just want a free reign to do whatever we want. No, we don't, right? Like, one of the dangerous things about being in crypto is like rug pulls and things like that. Like, there's a lot of bad actors in the crypto space. What they've wanted is clear rules so they know what to follow. That's what they've been asking for. So this is where being in this position, getting a new, SEC chair who's positive on crypto, this could be massive for XRP, right? Because if that lawsuit does get dropped, yes, that's just another factor for XRP to take off. Absolutely take off. Because let's look at what's happened in terms of XRP really running. You got Trump, who got appointed as the new president. I'm not here to discuss the politics of it, whether you like it or not. That's your choice. I'm not discussing that. But he's pro-crypto. That is a fact, which is part of what we've seen from the effects of this rally. It's obviously helped immensely. That's helped XRP. We've now seen Gary Gensler looking to resign. That's also helped XRP, right? And then imagine if you hear after this, hey, the Ripple lawsuit has either been dismissed or it's been settled, it's done. That would just be another catalyst for XRP. And because we're in a bull run, like, you're seeing the type of effects that this is having, right? Because think about it like this. When we had the news from Judge Annalisa Torres, right, that XRP was deemed not a security, we had a good pump, right? We did, but it wasn't able to sustain it. Why did that happen? Because it was in a bear market ultimately. So while yes, it was good, there was not new money coming in because we were still in a bear market. Look at what's going on now. XRP is just pumping and pumping and pumping, and it's maintaining its value. It's not just dropping dramatically afterwards. There's not big retraces because we're in a bull run now. And so the news that you have, like, if that news had to come out about XRP not being a security in this environment now, in this bull run environment, please believe that would have done way better. It would have been huge. It would have been way better than what it is. So if we do get this lawsuit is done, finally over and done with, that could be absolutely massive. It could, guys. Now, the one thing I will say is this. During the whole time of this, lawsuit, there's been people who have been basically mistaking things out of context, right? So they'll see that there's these meetings that the SEC have on a regular basis, and this is where they discuss like current lawsuits and things like that. And people would think that this is them like looking to settle. There were so many times during this lawsuit where they say, oh, SEC having a meeting to settle, SEC having a meeting with Ripple to settle. And it wasn't that. It was just them having discussions, like regular discussions about, like, for example, the progress of the lawsuit, or if there's anything that they want to add into the lawsuit or things like that, or what the lawyers are doing, writing their briefs and things like that. And so there probably will be a lot of speculation at the moment coming up, thinking that, like, this is going to be something where, they're dropping the lawsuit and things like that. Like, you got to understand, like, don't believe it until you see it. That's the one thing that I will say. Now, do I think that it's likely that this will happen though? Yeah, I do. I actually do think it's very likely that this will happen at this point. As I say, I don't want to say anything to confirm it, because obviously it's not a fact until it's a fact. But as we've said, it's not good. Like, and if you get into someone who's pro crypto, they're not going to want to see this, because they understand that this is stifling innovation and scaring away potential business for America, right? So they're not going to want to keep this going. And the other thing is, we know that Brad Garlinghouse was speaking with Trump, right? We know that he was someone who actually explained the whole story to Trump. And so we know that Trump is actually aware of the Ripple lawsuit. So, if they've got this kind of relationship where they're actually on a talking basis. Now, I don't know if, like, Brad's got, like, Trump's number and can call him. I doubt it's probably, like, that personal, but, the fact that they've had conversations, they've built a bit of a rapport together. And so Brad probably can in some way communicate with Trump, whether it's through, like, his transition team, his team over there. There's probably going to be, like, other people he can contact, and even just through Twitter, right? X, like, things like that. So there probably will be ways that they can communicate, to, try and have this kind of conversation. And so, look, for me, I do think this is a very real possibility at this point now. I do think it's something that could very much happen. Whether it will, I don't know. But, what most people have said, and I agree with this, it's probably not going to happen until the new SEC chair comes in and takes over. So Trump's inauguration is either the 20th or the 25th. So it's going to be very shortly after that. Gary Gensler's not going to drop the lawsuit, guys. Like, I just don't see him doing that, because he's the one who's put them all out, and it will look bad, right? Like, if he just suddenly now just drops the lawsuits just before he's going out, it basically does look to then like Gary was just putting out bogus lawsuits. He's realised how bad that looks, and then he's just dropped them before he's left. I can't see him doing that. The odds of that are pretty much slim to none. So it will take someone to come in at that point. But hey, guys, look, generally speaking and historically speaking, bull runs last until like around April, May. Now, could last longer, could last shorter for this bull run. Who knows? We don't know for sure. But if that is the case, then we've still got time for the lawsuit to be dropped and for XRP to have a huge rally after that as well. So that could be another catalyst to drive XRP up to big numbers. And this is where, like, I've been seeing some analysts saying like, XRP is like $30 and stuff like that. And I've said, look, while that is plausible, I think that's very much on the high end. But if you're talking about things like this that have been happening in so much like consecutive order, like, Trump getting in who's pro crypto, Gary Gensler resigning, then the Ripple lawsuit being dropped. Let's say these ETFs that are going, that are up now get approved, that have been filed, say they get approved. Like putting all these kind of things in the midst of a bull run, yeah, that could really drive things into insanity. Like it's a very real possibility. So while I'm not here to give you any kind of price prediction because I don't know, these are the kind of things that could absolutely make XRP explode. So definitely something to be hopeful for. I do think it's likely it will be dropped. We will see for sure because I don't know for 100%, but I do think that is the more likely outcome that we will see here. But yeah, like this could be absolutely massive. And so as I said before, it's like the stars are aligning for XRP. Like all this is happening during a bull run. That's what's so amazing about this. Like you've had Trump come in, that's helped run the market. Gary Gensler's resigned during a bull market, and we could have a new SEC chair in that could dismiss this whole lawsuit or settle it during a bull run, and we could have an XRP ETF filed and approved during a bull run. Like, guys, you just couldn't ask for better timing, and it's no less than what we deserve. So fingers crossed this is what really does happen. But yes, I do think this is a very real possibility. So let's see how it goes. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell. Take care.